What is this? What? Yo, this is a rogue doing pit 100 on the PTR, and he's just farting out health potions. Obviously, he's playing the Belial's Eye power, and there's like infinite potions. Flop, 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 flop. Hey everybody, it's Rob here. So this rogue is clearing pit 100, the new difficulty that is like about 125 in the live game, 17 times harder with the boss power and scaling shadow damage here. And he is also creating infinite potions here. You can see how crazy the health potions keep dropping here. This is done with the aspect of Siphon Victuals here. I'm gonna have like the full planner here in the description, and also the Chinese planner. This was played by a Chinese player, Io. So big shout out to him. This is like the full setup here, and you can kind of see like how he is dominating in this pit here. And pit 100, if you've played the PTR now, is absolutely no joke. But this rogue make it look easy, and with this new power here, the Belial power that he's using, the Eye Beam, he needs these potions, because whenever he presses the potion, he not only gets 75% damage reduction, but he also gets a tremendous amount of DPS and also some pretty cool visuals. Let's be honest here. So he's rocking the twisting blades here that are like swirling around him, and then he's using lucky hits to vulnerable targets to fart out like hundreds of potions here every time he is engaging the elites. And yeah, the elites die. He's hitting for trillions and trillions of dot damage. You can kind of see here like how the elites tick here for like double-digit trillion sometimes. So this is an insane build for the next season. And this is coming with the corruption damage on the boss power. So this is basically like shadow damage over time that he's able to scale with some unlimited scaling on the key passive that the rogue still has left. And just in general, being a true powerhouse, also with some cool visuals. And there's also like a crazy sound, you know, like when all these potions drop around and blast down like crazy. Obviously, he has a few uber uniques. You can kind of see here the Air of Perdition logo. You also have the Shroud of the Fourth Death and the Starless Sky. So this needs a couple of ubers, and this also needs the power. So this is a Paragon 300 character, and as we know, those powers scale with your Paragon level. So this is like some pretty decent power level. It's definitely going to take a few days, maybe even a few weeks, depending on how much you play to reach. But I'm pretty sure, like, even as you're just beginning, you basically just press D and it's enough. Like, you just activate your potion. He has it on Q, like, so he presses Q, activate the potion, and this will be enough even without casting many other skills to basically one-shot everything in T4. And you see here, he even has to backtrack a bit because he's running out of monsters. So they have still not really fixed that you will sometimes run out of monsters in the pits. But you see here, even at the boss, like when you press the potion, he's basically completely immortal because, again, 75% damage reduction coming from this boss power. And also the crazy damage here. You guys can see this is like about 10 trillion DPS already that is ticking on the boss here. This is like a trillion, so 6 trillion or something. And this ticks twice a second usually. So that's already a 12 trillion DPS. And that's just how much damage you need these days to clear pit 100. So I'm going to link this video here from IO below. He just posted this. Leave a like, leave a comment. Here's also the Chinese planner. But of course, guys, I made you the English version, and obviously there's a showcase here, there's the notes, so big credits to IO. And this is the build here. So the new beam here that he's using, Belial's Eyes Beam, drinking a potion gives you this crazy damage. Then you're rocking average, so this makes you spend resources to juice and increase the damage of your beam even further. And Ariel's also makes the damage of the beam go up by, at max rank, it's 40%, so another 1.4x multiplier. And the Serenad's Flame, because you are dealing shadow damage with this elemental damage, and you're getting another multipliers here. Then we are rocking Tam, non-channeled core skill, this is Twisting Blades, with Thul here, making stuff vulnerable. We need the vulnerability here for our Siphon Victual. This is how he basically is able to spam all these potions. And we also have Unstable Elixir, which is a passive on the rogue that has to do with health potions, giving you tremendous amount of multiplicative damage, going pretty crazy. Then we have the Slice and Dice here. This is like the Twisting Blades here. They return and they do stuff proc this stuff, and we are scaling like crazy with close damage. So you'll notice he will have a close damage everywhere here because he is scaling this close quarters combat like crazy. This is completely uncapped. He's reaching a crazy multiplier on this, and that obviously is also multiplying the power here, and ridiculous numbers. So Siphon Victual, Slice and Dice. Then we have the Sharp Shooter here. You want everything vertical all the time. Then obviously Creeping Death, Rogue in general applies a lot of CCs. I think he even has like Lucky Hit here, like Chance to Daze, Stun, Slow, you know, like all the stuff, Knock Down, like all the stuff that Rogue does. It's also scaling very good with the Malice passive. And he has the Twisting Blades to hit twice, like on most of his gear. So this one is 1.4 or 1.8 against the bosses, and 1.4 for every crowd control effect you have. And you get quite a ton here. And he's rocking Zan with Om Rune here. So he's constantly casting the Death Trap. And that triggers the Om Warcry, another 1.15, going crazy on the DPS here. A Vehement Brawler here, also casting the ultimate all the time, gives you 45x Dex percent, Frigid Finesse, and then Unstable Elixir here, crazy DPS, Death Trap cooldown, close damage, again, multiplicative scaling with the close combats. Starless Sky, obviously he just keeps spamming the Twisting Blade, so this one just gives you another 1.5 multi, plus Lucky Hit, attack speed, good stuff. Retribution here, extra damage against stunt and knockdown. Rogue does a ton of that, so we get a big multi here and also have a chance to stun the enemies. Conceited with Barrier and also Inner Calm because you're standing still here. And use daggers because like you want the close damage, obviously. You're not really scaling like any crit damage or some stuff. Skill tree looks like this, so we mainly focus on having generic multipliers, Twisting Blades here. We have Caltrops, Rugged. And then here are the passives. Unstable Elixir, using a health potion, stuns surrounding enemies. So you're basically perma-stun all the time. And using the potion now obviously procs the Ice Beam. And procs like a crazy damage multi here. It's 18x, like it's basically 6% per rank. And you have it on the Amulet as well. Plus the Shroud. Also Balestra here, more damage after using Evade. A Smoke Grenade, Poison Trap, you have the Shadow Imbue, and here like all the crazy multipliers that the Rogue has, they all scale the main power. So big Exploit multiplier, big Malice multiplier, big Frigid Finesse multiplier, all the Poison multipliers, like fully juicing this. Do we have the Death Trap here? This one is incredible. It can be spammed. And just even more multipliers here. And then the crazy key passive here, Close Quarter Combats. So they're scaling 25x of your damage versus close, and that's why also we masterwork like the close damage on a lot of pieces, just so we get some more juice here for all the stuff. Then we have the Paragon board, so Fluidity here in the starter board. Up here we are rocking No Witness with Turf. Then we have Headhunter here, big multiplier with Cheap Shot. And Kenny with Exploit Weakness. Then we're rocking Control with Eldritch Bounty. So that you see, you get like a ton of multipliers. And this right now is definitely one of the faster clears for the PTR. Pit 100 again is no joke. And we'll see, obviously the boss powers are a bit overtuned. And we'll see how much they tune them down. But let's say even they nerf this by a factor of 10. Like the take away divided by 10. Take away 0. This is still insanely strong. And also, this is going to be amazing for group play because you can spam these potions, and it just can be like picked up, shared by party members, and you just have like an infinite amount of these. And it also looks pretty funny to like have all these potions around. I think in high tier it's going to get even crazier. And then you can just all use this beam power, which is one of the strongest here, going for season 8. So this stuff might still change, guys. Again, this was from the PTR. This is the Potion Fart Juicer Rogue. I hope you enjoyed. Check out IO. And yeah, Rogue is also eating good. Let's go. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.